Hello everyone! Today we're bringing together two of the most powerful ideas in economics, supply and demand, to explain how markets reach equilibrium. The demand curve shows how much consumers want to buy at different prices, and the supply curve shows how much producers want to sell at different prices. When we graph them together, the demand curve slopes downward, and the supply curve slopes upward. They meet at one point, called the equilibrium. Equilibrium is the point where quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. That's where the intentions of buyers and sellers perfectly match. The price at that intersection is the equilibrium price, and the quantity there is the equilibrium quantity. Markets naturally move toward this balance. When the market price is above equilibrium, there's a surplus. Producers want to sell more than consumers want to buy, so prices tend to fall. When the market price is below equilibrium, there's a shortage. Consumers want more than producers are supplying, so prices are pushed upward. Through this process of adjustment, markets tend to settle at equilibrium, where there's no shortage or surplus, just balance between supply and demand. Here's your first question. If there's a shortage in the market, what will happen to the price over time? Now let's talk about how changes in demand or supply affect equilibrium. Economists analyze this in a few clear steps, and you'll use these often. Step 1. Decide which curve is affected, demand, supply, or both. Step 2. Determine the direction of the shift. Does it move left or right? Step 3. Use the graph to see how the shift changes equilibrium price and quantity. The new intersection shows the new market equilibrium. For example, if consumers suddenly prefer electric cars, demand increases. The demand curve shifts rightward, raising both equilibrium price and quantity. But if production technology improves, the supply curve shifts rightward, leading to lower equilibrium prices and higher quantities. Sometimes both curves shift at once. The direction of price and quantity changes depends on which shift, supply or demand, is stronger. Question 2 for you. If supply decreases but demand increases at the same time, what happens to the equilibrium price? Economists use this model to understand everything from gasoline prices to housing costs, any market where buyers and sellers interact. Remember, equilibrium is where supply equals demand, and any change in those forces sets off a predictable chain of adjustments. That's the foundation of market analysis in microeconomics.